I am not doing the original cooking or baking, but I'll be making a creamy fruit salad. Let's get started.
Watch, I'm in the pan live already. Uh-oh. Hold on there, hold on there, hold on there. Alright, Lisa. Hold on there, hold on there, hold on there, hold on there. Welcome into the live, guys. Welcome into the live. Welcome, everybody. Thank you all so much for coming. I see Sister Kenita is already here. Welcome, guys. I hope everybody's having a great Friday evening. And since we are here, I have to say happy October to those of you, excuse me, to those of you who are born in October. If you have a family member who was born in the month of October, yes, the best month of the year. Yeah, a good people, great people. If you have somebody who was born in October, that person is a nasty person, well, something is wrong. Something has to be wrong because October people are the best. All right. So, guys, welcome into the live. Happy Friday. Come on in. We are going to be continuing with the reading of the book, A Wanted. What in the world is this? No. That's when we open this and Vanessa pop up. Yeah, so we are going to be continuing the reading of the book, A Wanted Woman. Now, um, we started reading this book a few days ago, and it seems to be gearing up to be a great book. I'm not sure why my screen keeps going off. I'm not sure what's happening here. Well, Rich, bless up a nice clean self. How are you doing? Good to see you. How are you doing, my love? I see you. I see Kenita. I hope everybody's having a great evening. Yeah. Why does the thing keeps on turning off? Is something wrong? Jesus, my God. When is that one thing is another? I don't understand why this something keep on a turn off. But anyway, we are going to be reading the book A Wanted Woman. Now, the day before yesterday, we read 2 chapters of the book. And so today we are going to continue. We might read just another 2 or 3 chapters. Guys, if me start feel like me want drop asleep, I'm going to go to sleep because um I worked all night and then today I've been up all day already. I'm doing this, that, the other, and the third. So while me I talk to the ear, so I'm gonna go get some hot water on so I can drink a little sip of coffee before the night is over. All right, AG, what's up? Which part of the world you don't know, AG? How you doing? How you doing? I'm so glad you didn't get hurt. I'm so glad you didn't get hurt the other day when your vehicle had that mishap. Lord of His mercy, AG. Um, all right. Which picture? You not send me no picture, AG. You not send me no picture, boo. I ain't seen no pictures at all. Yeah. I wa- Lord, Angela said the best month is June. You know, so no fisherman now for them fish stink though. Everybody's going to say their month is the best month because them swear say they are the best people. You understand? You understand? But we know hands down, without a doubt, say October is the best month. We're not gonna argue about that. We don't understand. Where does the phone keep cutting off? What's going on? Jesus. Oh, you send it on WhatsApp. Me don't know, me not go see it for a while then. I tried to transfer my WhatsApp onto the new phone and me don't know what happened. Something wrong but not the Bible. You understand? Yeah, it messed up. So it hasn't come over. You understand? All right, let us continue to talk. Let me continue to read. I don't understand why does that thing keep cutting off. There's rain. While rich amount don't have nothing to do with it. I know say you could be right while rich. I know the month when some of them born, are the month when they get conceived. Try be quiet of yourself. Achoo. Sometimes at the month that them get conceived are while rich. Another month when them born at all. I don't like how this phone keep cutting off. Is that telling me that I need to use another device? It is telling me that I need to use another device because this is not supposed to keep doing that. It's going to keep cutting off until I cannot get on. I can't see you. So let me see if I can switch. Oh my god, my internet is that is the problem. The internet is off. So may I use my data? Lord, if you're not busy, take a look here. Yeah, so that's what it is. That's what it is. But anywho, we are going to continue reading it. I'm going to have to just stay here and keep touching the screen so that I can always see the live chat, or else the screen is going to go dark and I'm not going to be able to see a thing. So yeah, Desiree, what's up? The birthday not gone yet, Desiree. So the birthday come up. The birthday isn't gone yet, sis. The birthday is coming up. It is on its way. I am telling you, it is on its way. Ask Yard Foods about it. Yeah, the birthday coming up nicely in a few days. OLG. But guys, me not there with the shenanigans, not you know. We're taking a break from the sad newses, and we're gonna read about a woman wanted, a wanted woman, or a woman wanted, six one half dozen the other. But we're going to read it from Mr. Eric Jerome Dickey and see what is his take on a wanted woman as opposed to a woman wanted. Hey, hey, Desiree, as some know say, as some know say, me and you connected, yeah, yeah. My birthday is close by there too. Yeah, we're gonna have a hell of a celebration for my birthday. All right, so this book, guys, we are going to be reading A Wanted Woman by Eric Jerome Dickey. We read the two first chapters, and when we were reading those two chapters, the scene, the scene, the story is set in Trinidad, and the two main characters that we read about already, one was from New Zealand. One was from New Zealand, and then there is the Trini guy. They talk about Kingston, Jamaica. They talk about Barbados. So it really gives a Caribbean feel. And I don't know. I haven't read whether or not the author has Caribbean roots. They talk mostly about his residence in America, where he's from, Memphis, Tennessee. But I don't know if some way somehow he has some Caribbean roots. Chances are he does. But the story started out nicely when it started talking about Kingston and Barbados and those places. It makes you feel at home reading the story, as opposed to some stories that I've read and they are set in Romania and Poland and stuff. And I'm like, Lord Jesus, the places they're talking about, I absolutely have no clue. I have to go on the internet and be searching and looking up to see them. But this one really feels quite homely. So come along with me, guys, and let us continue with the reading of A Wanted Woman by Eric Jerome Dickey. I inherited my cynicism from my father, my insecurities from my mother's malicious and bigoted tongue, and my skin tone from a cruel joke by God. He knew I wanted to be Pam Grier and betrayed me. Oh Lord. Old Man Reaper showed up in South Memphis at my elementary school one hot afternoon. I had no idea who he was because I hadn't seen my father since I had been yanked from my mother's womb. I had been pulled from the playground, told to get all my things, and sent to the office, but wasn't told why, just ordered to go. The public school system had always been short on tact and sensitivity. All right, may I continue reading? And when the screen got dark, y'all might not see it, but let me know whether or not you all can continue to hear me. The public school system had always been short on tact and sensitivity. Back then, my hair was long. I pulled my Hitchcock blonde hair back from my face, half of it in a ponytail, and took my time. They had told me to hurry, but I did the opposite, to piss them off. I entered the counselor's office, sweaty, with my head down. I had scratches and scrapes, a fading black eye. The counselor looked up from her desk and said, "Your father came to see you, Goldie." I looked at the suited, dark-skinned man sitting in the chair facing her. I said, "I don't have a father. My mother told me that, and I'm sure she's not a liar." He stood up and nodded and said, "I am your father." It looked like it looked like Terry Crews and Billy Blanks and The Rock had had a baby. Then God had painted him Wesley Snipes black and given him Philip Michael Thomas's hair and gray eyes that change their color depending on the lighting and maybe his mood. The counselor smiled at It's like can't keep up while rich. I saw me say, uno hear me even when the lights are out. Bet you have a few stories to tell. We all have stories to tell, the man said. I find this situation fascinating. Her mother was from Minneapolis. Sabrina had St. Lucian roots. That's not in Africa either. Well, Miss Sabina never talked about it. She was a private person. She always had a mean face. Had it rough as a child. It was her defense mechanism. I'll keep that in mind. If you want to feed my daughter tomorrow, after we have dealt with the things we have to deal with, if we are in the mood for home cooked food, that would be very nice of you. Well, if you need anything later, and I do mean anything, feel free to contact me. She wrote down a phone number and slipped it into his strong hand. She said, I'm usually awake until midnight. I become restless at nights, very restless. Why is that? A woman feels the loneliness around midnight. God made us that way. Nighttime is hard on all of us. Mercy. Wanna hear that? Oh my gosh. She says nighttime is hard on a woman, and he says he don't have a problem with night times being hard on him. Oh my gosh. Understood. What are you saying? He smiled. Where are you staying? The Holiday Inn off Mississippi River, near town and where they killed Martin Luther King Jr. Oh, Riverside Drive. If I had a car, I would stop by there and check in on you. Where do you live? South Memphis, just around Blair Hunt Drive, the end of Shady Grove, around by the Missionary Baptist Church. If you found time to get away and wanted to talk after midnight, that would be fine by me, Mr. Reaper. Leave the porch light on. Ha ha! I'll do that. Tap 3 times. After that, you can tap until you can't tap no more. I've never seen that evil bitch smile a day in my life. Old Man Reaper reached to take my chubby hand. I shook my head and left the office in front of him, headed out on Wow. Sister Winsome, what's up? No, me not gone on no call. Me don't know what happened to the phone. Why the phone keep on? Me don't know what to the phone. Why the phone keep on? The phone keeps on going dark, and I'm not sure why it's doing that. I have no clue. So I'm just living with what I got. But how you doing, Sister Winsome? Happy Friday to you. So good to see you. See that the phone gone dark again. Hold on, let me see if I can transfer the phone. Let me see if I can transfer it to another device. Let me see if I can transfer it to this and see if this will do better. No, hold on there. Hold on, people, because I don't like when the screen goes dark. Wait, I'm gonna have to do that. I'm not ending the live. I'm transferring the live to this screen. All right. Then I just need to cut this one off. Okay. Yeah, 'cause something gotta give. All right, there. I switched it, so let's see. It should be doing better. It should be doing better now because I switched it. Maybe I have to do with where you at. I don't know, my love. I don't know, but I switched it, so it should be doing better now. So you see, the little pitness said, "Who is this? Who is this calling me from Florida?" Hold on, the people. Let me see who this is. I call from. Guys, I'm sorry about that. Sorry about that, but I had to. I had to take care of that. No, no, say me have whole heap of pot, me have a fire. Why, Jackie? Yeah, me have whole heap of pot of fire, So, you know, when I get the calls, I just have to take care of them. But welcome into the live, everybody. We are taking a break from side stories, and we are reading this book. Um, A Wanted Woman, yes, by Eric Jerome Dickey. So for those of you who are just coming, I want to say welcome. Thank you so much for coming. You know I do what I do. I read all day long, and so because I'm reading, I'm sharing my reading with you all. Yeah, whatever I read, you all get to listen. So welcome, guys. Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday to you all. Let us continue. We are on to chapter 3. While we sat in KFC and ate, I asked, "Where are you going to dump me?" "Nowhere for you to go except for foster care. So they called me to come to get you." "You got here that fast from California? In a car? I've seen it on a map. That's a long, long way." "Well, I'm here, and that's all that matters." You all know that that's how the absentee fathers behave. Is the absentee father this, The child has never seen this man. The child don't know this man. The, the child says from he was yanked out of his mother's womb. He never blessed eyes on this man. It was just the child and the mother. And now that the mother has passed away, here comes the father now, carry the child to KFC, and he's going to say, oh, he came from California. The child not foolish. The child says, so quick. I have seen on the map California is a far, far, far away. But you see how quick he reach. But him couldn't reach in other times to come see about the child. Let us continue reading. Touch me anywhere near my private parts, or ask me to do what that other girl in my class does for her stepdad, I will scream and cut your throat with a butcher knife, Yusleep. You all gotta follow, guys, because I can't say certain things over here. YouTube already have me in a soup pot. Them are gonna feed me to the dragons. Jesus, did somebody do something to you? No. Somebody tried? I shifted in my seat. What's your name? Reaper. You have a first name? You can call me Daddy or Papa. Up to you. So you you show up out of nowhere and expect me to just call you Daddy, and I've never seen you or heard of you before. Well, if you haven't heard of me, it's because your mama didn't want you to. Mama is dead. You want to cry? Where are you taking me? Well, we have to claim her body, pay for them to send the body back to her home so they can bury her there. Pack up her things and either fly or drive to where I am staying in California. California? I'm not that far from Disneyland. So, what kind of work do you do? I work for a company called Retail Consumer Services Incorporated. What do they do there? I work in collections. What does that mean? It means I encourage people who are delinquent to pay their bills. What does that even mean? It means I'm the last mother effer you want knocking on your door. What were you doing that had you so close to Memphis today? Collecting. I was out collecting. Can I have another piece of chicken, please? 2 years later, we were still living in a two-bedroom house at the Californian Fountain apartment in Huntington Beach off Warner Avenue. It wasn't far from the cold Pacific Ocean and had almost 9 miles of sandy beaches, palm trees lining the streets. I had been forced to trade Beale Street, Overton Square, and the Pink Palace for a chance to drive from our crummy apartment and see Venice Beach, Santa Monica, and Beverly Hills. Before Memphis, I had only seen palm trees on television. Within a month after I landed on the West Coast, Old Man Reaper would stock the fridge with healthy food, leave me a few $100s, then vanish for 2 or 3 days at a time, sometimes for a whole week. Always had to go on a business trip for the company called RCSI. The weeks he was home, he made me breakfast, dropped me at school if I asked. But every evening, he picked me up, did homework with me, then took me to the gym, made me work out between 2 and 3 hours every day he was home. Daddy barked. Last time telling you, start your kicks with your left side. I'm right-handed. I don't kick with my left leg. That's why we start with your left. I always start with my right side. That is why I do twice as much with my right side. That's why I am able to switch sides. We always start with the weak side. We will always do more with our weak side. That's how we become stronger. That is how you will damn near have equal power on both sides. You don't get stronger by working your strong side while your weak side rests. You ever see a man push weights with just one arm? No, he uses both. You don't make yourself better than the rest of the world by doing what you can already do. You will be able to push out 3 kicks in 1 second. You will be able to use your legs like you use your hands, throwing the equivalent of books and jabs by using side kicks, roundhouse kicks, front kicks, spinning back kicks, crescent kicks, blah, 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 blah. 20 push ups and 20 burpees for that. Can we just get started with this bullshit before you talk before you talk me to death? This little kid is so potty mouth. She talks to her daddy like she's really a little potty mouth girl. Now it's 40 and 40. Why not make it 50 and 50? Now it's 60 each. He sat down, frowned, shook his head, and looked at me. I dropped to my knees. Get off your knees. We don't train like that. Push ups like a man. You are still an ass. 70 and 70. I hate you. I really hate you. 80 and 80. Are you effing mad? 100 and 100. I'm a girl. When I'm finished with you, you will be a woman who fears no man. Still an ass. Then he added speed drills. Left leg, side kick down the black stripe to the end. Turn around, right side kick on the return. While I was exhausted, panting, he made me keep going. Oh my God. I refused to let him break me. More roundhouse kicks, more hook kicks. Soon it was same leg down and back, then change legs down and back, doubling the number of kicks. And while I was exhausted from his regimen, I had to do 200 front kicks into a heavy bag, 100 with each leg, each striking with the ball of my foot, each time trying to make the bag fold in half. Training went on 4 hours. Spinning back kicks, crescent kicks, jumping double kicks, reverse punches, jabbing punches, lounge punches, punches in a series of 3. And there were katas to enforce my stance, and blocks and form and fluidity. Upper rising blocks, middle level blocks, down blocks, foot sweeps, block after block after block, elbow strikes, spear hands, upper elbow strikes. After all of that, we did kata after kata after goddamn kata. I yelled, I hate katas. They are bullshit. You need katas. You need form. You need grace. And you need repetition. Do I look like I want to be Ip Man? Oh my gosh. Do I look like I want to be a man? While normal girls were taking ballet and losing their virginity, while they were talking about giving boys blowjobs, while they were kissing and being fingered by boys, this was what I was doing. Soon he came in and boo, star, commas, shanai, sais, nunkaku, swords, and tongfa. There was a hatchet, sling blade, and a baseball bat on top of all of that. I was kicking around the gym. At that point, able to do that on my own. And when I finished, I stood in front of him, my t shirt soaking wet. I asked, "What's this?" "Weapons training." "What do you do for a living, Daddy?" "I told you to never ask me that. I'm going to ask every day until I get an answer. You can make me do push ups all day and night, and I'm still going to ask. I'm your daughter, and I have the right to know what you do." "Well, I hurt people." "What? Do you call them names and hurt their feelings or something else?" "I freelance for powerful individuals who want to operate outside of what's legal." "Freelance?" "Sometimes I do more than hurt them." "What's more than hurt?" "Gear on now, gear on, my child, or 199 push ups." "I still want to know, what do you do for a living, old man Reaper?" "I'm 34. I'm 14. To me, that's old." He paused. "You want to know what I do? Who I work for? After we are done, I'll tell you. Maybe some old gang sign or some old gang banger or something of the sort." 5 years later, 2 years ago, I was a new hire being indoctrinated in the company's philosophy. It was midnight when Old Man Reaper pulled up outside of a dive bar on the outskirts of Dallas. He wore a gray suit and tie. I wore slacks and low heels. I wore a top that had no sleeves, no jewelry, hair slicked back, black leggings, flat shoes. He drove us to a club in a building that looked like it had been a church, a bowling alley, and a strip club over the years. Loud music, large crowd. I smelt the ganja in the parking lot. If cocaine had a stench, I was sure that it was in the air as well. Daddy parked near the club, made a call, hung up, then said, "The target is inside." "Who is he?" "It's a woman, about your age. She's 3 inches taller and about 2 weight classes up from you. Wearing a Bob Marley top, tight jeans, heels, hair dyed bright red, looks like a clown." "She's carrying a weapon?" "No idea." "What do you need me to do?" "Show no mercy." "Mind if I ask what this is about?" "Never ask what it's about. Down the line, that's the way it will be. If you come on board and they want you to know, you'll know. Even then, don't be eager to find out. Listen if they tell, but never ask." "Okay, but I am a girl, and I guess that we tend to be inquisitive about things. Please lose that habit." Whatever. He is something else. Follow your orders. Beat her ass. Give her a message. Just give her an old fashioned ass whooping. Tell her that nobody F's with Reaper and gets away with it. Nobody. Reaper will always come after you, no matter how long it takes. Tell the target that. Hit her 10 more times. Then walk away. Old man went in with me, stood near the door, pointed out the target. The girl was standing at the bar, dressed as described, high heels, surrounding a round, plump, meaty, circular ass, laughing like she owned the world. Her girls were at her side. I pulled off my motorcycle gloves, gloves that had rock hard protective plastic across each knuckle, gloves that could be used as brass knuckles to have the the impact of a sap. Old Man Reaper nodded. I pushed my way through the crowd and went straight to her. She looked my way, and without pause, I threw a hard punch into the center of her nose. Her drink fell, and she wobbled in her shoes. Blood gushed. On my heels, oh my gosh, on the heels of the first blow, I dug in and threw a right hook to her solar plexus. Her hands dropped from her bloodied face to grab her new pain. One of her girls ran over to save her and was met with a spinning back kick that hit her gut and lifted her in the air before she dropped in agony. A second girl came, and two punches left her on the ground in dreamland. A guy came. I looked towards Old Man Reaper. He was gone. The guy cursed me, charged at me. Then I dropped, made him trip and fall. By the time he was getting up, I was putting a bottle to the side of his face. Then my right hand came down on his face until he begged me to stop hitting him. He was done. I grunted, looked at the crowd, then went back to the girl I had been sent to give a message to, went to the terrified woman, and threw another hook that landed on her bloodied chin. As she was falling, I hit her three more times. I looked at the crowd. Nobody wanted to F with me. Nobody wanted to tug on my cape. As they watched, I grabbed the girl's hair, gave no mercy, beat her from pretty to ugly to atrocious, and as she suffered, I gave her the message. Her eyes had widened in surprise. I repeated, nobody F's with Reaper and gets away with it. She moaned, Reaper. My fist was a hammer. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. She had been unconscious since 8, maybe since 9, but I had hit her anyway. When I got back to the car, Old Man Reaper was inside. I slid in and he pulled away from the curb, slow and easy. I was sweating and breathing hard. He was listening to Luther Vandross. As he sung that song, that a chair was not a chair with no one sitting there. I raised my fist and showed him my bloodied glove as proof of the mission accomplished. I gave her the message for you. The message was from you. Why would the message be from me? When you were a fat little girl in Memphis, that bitch used to bully you. She beat you up on the playground. She called you names, called you fat, talked about your mother, stole your lunch money. She stole your confidence. She had almost destroyed you in your youth. That was Alberta Simmons from when I was in Memphis. Really, really. That was that little bitch. She got fat and now she's ugly. The day I had picked you up, she had beat you up on the playground. That happened a long, long time ago. No matter how long it takes, always pay a MFR back. Whatever they did to you, you take them double. You make them not forget to never F with you again. You make them piss when they hear your name. You make them turn the other way and start running when they see you coming. How did you find out about her bullying me? Your elementary school counselor told me. Who, Miss Smith? Old Man Reaper said, yeah, Miss Smith. When? The night I left you at the hotel. I went over on Blair Hunt Drive and went to see her. Why? She ended it. She extended an invitation. Southern hospitality. Didn't want to be rude. I wanted to know why you were bruised when I picked you up. Wanted to know why you had a black eye. Your mama had just died, and I didn't want to ask you if she had been physically abusive to you. So I asked her. Then you ended up having Bible study without the Bible? Oh, that's gross. She's well versed with the Songs of Solomon. and she cooked a good chicken. Much people picked on me. She said you were made fun of a lot, pushed around, and called much names. Do I get to go after them? Get to go after them all? Can I go after the teachers who made effed up jokes too? If you want to. My nostrils flared with the memories. Now what? We go to work, get to the real reason we drove 2 days to get here from California. Collections. He nodded. This debt might be beyond collections. Hours later, as the sun was about to rise on a Sunday, we were in an office near downtown. The building was empty. Dallas, a place where people went to church. My dad told the man, "You are mine 100,000 in the red with the barbarians." He raised his broken fingers, wiped his bloodied mouth, and looked at my old man through his swollen eyes. "Reaper, I took out a $500,000 loan to make things right. The money didn't get to the barbarians. Not within the last 10 minutes, because at the moment the money was transferred to my account, the goddamn shitty ass effing IRS seized my funds. They froze my account and they took it all to pay my damn back taxes. To top it off, I have a tax lien in the state of New Jersey, and that one has 51,000 in interest due. That's a damn shame. Tell me about it, Reaper. Tell me about it. I have helped them launder so much money through churches, and now they are coming down on me. What's that expression? Well, the barbarians told me to tell you that that $900,000 debt, with penalties and interest, of course, is now at $2.2 million. Jesus Christ! Are you effing serious? I'm not a comedian. You know what I do. I collect for the barbarians. Look, man, look. After I get to court and get my child support payments reduced, I mean, I'm going damn near $1 million a year for my four boys. And after I settle up with this, with the government and the courts, then I can sign off on this next deal. I'll have access to round about 5 million or so. 5 million? That's a lot of money. That will be my cut. It will be in cash. I kid you not. The man behind the double red doors wants his money. That's all. Tell the barbarians that I will get them every last dime. Tell the man behind the double red doors that I'm good for it, that I just need the time. That's all I need. Look, man, me and my second wife, she's pregnant, just found out. So this will be my fifth child. Aren't you going to congratulate me? Benny, you have $10 million in an offshore account. Shit. They really know that? You have a mansion built, 6 bedrooms, 20,000 square foot lot. They know about the next wife you have. They know about the next wife you have tucked away in the house in her name. They know it all. They know about the new identity and the new passport. The man behind the double red doors told me to tell you that. Reaper, don't trust that son of a bitch hiding behind those red doors. Never trust that MFer. Rorschach. My father's hand was inside of his dark jacket, so was his gun. He fired one shot and blew a hole in his jacket pocket. It hit the lying man in the center of his forehead. A fortress made of blood and brains painted the white wall. The conversation was over. My father's job was done. He picked up the phone, dialed a number. He gave them his designation and said, "Tell him that it's done." He looked at me. I nodded. I was okay. He said, "My daughter has done well each time. I can vouch for her. She's here now." A minute passed, a minute with him listening and nodding. Then he hung up the phone. He said, "Once the man behind the red doors makes his decision, if he wants you to come in on a collection as a collection agent, one of the reps will want to talk to you at some point. Whenever they are ready to call, I'm ready to answer. Be sure you want into this business. It's not one made for women, nor for the girls. I want in. Give me an introduction, and I will take it from there. Won't need you anymore. I need you to understand what you'll be doing. You'll get your fingerprints removed. You'll need to know your whereabouts around the clock. When they call, you answer and go where they say to go. Why did you get in? Same reason many of my ancestors went to work the Panama Canal. Not much options where I came from. People on the islands had limited opportunities. We have to go to Canada, England, or come to America to make the kind of money we want to make. Back home, you either work in tourism, at a bank, drive a taxi, or sell coconut water on the side of the road. So, are you an assassin? This wasn't what I came here to North America to do, but it's what I ended up doing. What did you come here to do? I was going to be a soca singer. Soca? Is that like reggae? No, not reggae. Thought I was going to change America into the United Soca of America. You sing? I did when I was younger. Switched over when I came here. Saw that I'd go broke here trying to sing. Regrouped. Used my fighting skills to be a bouncer. Then ended up in collection. Then ended up in collections. Why? The money, it was fast money. It was quick money. It was easy money. How old were you when you came here? Same age you are now. You are not rich. In America, the rich man's objective never will be to make the poor man rich. Never heard you sing. Well, life stole my voice a long time ago. Nothing left to sing about. He looked at me. I leaned against the door, arms folded across my chest. He said, "This is serious. Once they call, once you are in, there is no getting out. You get to travel and see the world, right? I've left little England, left my island, and even more places than I ever thought I would. You go to the Bahamas a lot, unfinished business there, and a few other places. Women and Bible study, spreading the word while they spread their spreading the word while they spread their legs is something else. Unfinished business, that's all. I have wanderlust, need to see more than Tonglan, California, and the muddy Mississippi River. Lost? Wanderlust. Okay, I might start dating soon as well. No, 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 not yet. I can date if I want. You have no say in the matter. Not while you're under my roof. You treat me like I'm a boy, but I'm a girl. You are not dating. You are not ready. I won't be under your roof much longer, you know. I'll start making my own money. Who is the boy? Were you ashamed of me when I was born? What? Were you ashamed of me? It was complicated. When you were born, it surprised everybody. Are you still ashamed of me? I've never been ashamed of you. I paused. Just a guy. He's just a guy who thinks I'm cute. Black or white or what? A black guy. He asked me out. You tell him about me? About your mother? Not yet. Haven't decided if I'll go out with him after all because he wants sex. I might want sex too. I'm old enough to want it, right? Have you been having sex? No, not that it's any of your business, but not yet. Not yet. Would be my first time. As long as he's not Mexican, I don't want your first name to be with a your first time to be with a Mexican. I don't want you to end up having a baby with a Mexican. Not in America. America treats blacks bad, really bad, but they treat Mexicans worse. You don't get to choose. I want better for you. I've been treated worse than any Mexican I've ever been treated by you and my mother. I've never mistreated you. You walked out on me before they cut my umbilical cord. Well, I came back 12 years later, like you had a effing choice. I've apologized to you 1,000 times, Goldie. You don't get to choose. You lost that right when you walked away. I'm still your father, and I want what's best for you. You walked out on me the day I was born. That's the story my mother told me every effing day. Let's not do this again. The moment I was born, Goldie, what? You haven't asked about your mother since we left Memphis. So what? Haven't said her name. She never she never liked me either. That's why she gave me this stupid name. Oh Lord. You never miss her? No. Need worrying about someone who didn't like me. She was angry at me, not you. Whatever. What the F ever. I went towards the wall, stared at the Rorschach. He asked, "What are you doing?" Relaxing. By looking at that mess? It's like art. What? It's like art. What are you talking about? I said, Dora the Explorer smoking a joint with Jesus. He stood next to me, tilted his head, and stared at the art he had created. He said, John Lemon riding a jet ski in the snow. Who rides a jet ski in the snow? The other guy groaned. He was the bodyguard. Old Man Reaper had sent me in first and had gone toe to toe with that guy. Had done a quinting back had done a spinning back kick that hit him in the gut, and before he could recover, I had beaten him into dreamland with my knuckles. The guy tried to crawl to the door so he could escape. Old Man Reaper handed me his gun. I powed the man in the back of the head. A Rorschach appeared in on the beige carpet. I said, "Now that's look like John Lennon riding a ski. Now that looks like John Lennon riding a jet ski in the snow." He shook his head. Dora the Explorer smoking a joint with Jesus. I asked, "Are you done here in Dallas?" "We are done here in Dallas. Any more jobs?" "Nothing pending." "I think it's time for us to part ways." A long moment went by before he said, "Are you sure about that?" "I'm sure. I still feel a raw anger. I should leave. I should turn on. I should turn on you one day." Hi. Oh my gosh, guys, what's up? Let us continue. I hate you feel that way. I can work for the barbarians and feed myself, get my own place, buy my own clothes. Okay, you are an adult. Maybe this time I'll be the one who vanishes for 12 years. If that's what you want, then go right ahead. You can get on with your life. Before you take that call from RCSI, just be sure I want to be a barbarian. Why? Because I've never been anything but picked up, ridiculed, and bullied. You could go to Hollywood and do voiceovers, be an actress, become a doctor. People had been mean to me all of my effing life. I've never belonged to anything. Why become a barbarian? To make money, to get money, to find where I belong in the world. He asked, are you okay? I didn't answer. He said, you really want to hurt my feelings. No more than you wanted to hurt my mother's feelings. Don't do this, Goldie. You hurt mine first. Well, you hurt mine first. Before we part ways, I need to train you for another 60 days. What have we done today compared to what you will need to work on for the barbarians? What we did today was BS. All right. That is the end of chapter 4 of the book, A Wanted Woman. When we come back tomorrow, we will continue the reading. We will continue the reading from chapter 5. Once again, I want to say thanks to everybody who came into the live. Those of you who are enjoying the reading, I sincerely appreciate you all. I thank you all for coming, for stopping by. All my real travelers, you all are the real OG. Desiree, Letitia, Winsome, Cad, Joseph, um, AG, Mike, and everybody else who stopped by just to say hi. I sincerely appreciate you all, guys. All right. And that's going to be the end of this reading for today. When we come back later this evening, later tonight, when we come back, we will be doing some other things. But for right now, that is the end of the reading. We got the Andrea and Card and Joseph and everybody else who is in the live. Thank you all so much for coming, my darling Joseph and everybody else. I sincerely appreciate you all, guys. And that's the end of the reading. When we come back, I'll come back maybe later, but definitely early tomorrow morning, so that we can, chat and catch up on whatever we need to catch up on, all the events of the week. All right. So that is going to be the end of it for today, my friends. Until next time, this is Trev from Trevessence, where your journey matters. Now, have yourselves a great evening, everybody. Make sure.